Aviro. Well, hello! Welcome, everyone. Wayward Gamers, welcome to the Emporium. I am Jay, also known as Neo53 on the socials. I am your GM of fun, of your GM of I don't know what I'm doing, and evil GM. Thank you for joining us in our Pathfinder 2E, Legends of the Natural Ones. Yes, our Season 4, Episode 4 of this wonderful campaign that we've been playing for several years now. As you see, there's only 3 of us right now, which is perfectly fine. But
It's the original crew.
Which is
normal, just a normal
crew,
game.
yeah.
We're gonna jump into a little bit of recap in just a moment. But before we do, we're gonna introduce all these kitty cats and everyone else players that we have.
Clearly, you know who you have to start with.
I know, Carrie.
I'll go first. This is Gail. This is Gail King the cat. Her sister Oprah's around here somewhere. I'm Carrie, and I play Brynn, and I'm really excited to play tonight. And Brynn is our resident grouchy half elf, who is a mom and also, a badass. So let's rock and roll, baby.
Yes.
It's time. The time has come.
That is very, very true. Thank you so much.
Thank
Jeff,
you.
how are you doing?
I'm very good, Jay. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff. I play Aviro Starborn, who is the complete opposite of Brynn in every possible way.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Duh.
Whatever Brynn is, Aviro is not. Whatever Aviro is, Brynn is not.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then
We're
Glastoc
both
fills
good
in the
guys.
cracks. But we're both not bad guys.
We're not bad guys.
We're not bad guys. Aviro was probably a little more afraid of breaking the law because he doesn't like to get in trouble. But therefore,
That's fair.
Yes.
Anyway,
Speaking
I'm
of
very excited
law
to be here.
breaking,
Yeah.
Great.
Vero's also not a rogue like Brynn, but
It's in my blood.
In your blood.
in the blood. Well, thank you, Jeff. Last but never least, our wonderful resident dwarf of extraordinary care.
He cares a lot.
Jim, how you doing, sir?
He does care. He just doesn't want everybody to know it. Hi, I'm Jim. I'm Hawkmare1 on Twitter and everywhere else. And I'm playing Glastoc Steelcloak, our grumpy dwarven. God, we've got 2 grumpy people. Grumpy dwarven sorcerer.
I think he's grumpy. Brynn's just pissed all the time.
Yes,
And Aviro's just annoyed.
that's
Yes.
that's actually probably as accurate as it's going to get, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glastoc's always in a bad mood because he's just grumpy about everything, and Brynn's just pissed at the whole world. So
Yeah.
That'll do it. That track.
that tracks. Yeah.
Well, as we begin a little bit of a recap, it was funny that someone mentioned jail because someone in the last episode got a little into a bar fight, which, isn't bad and generally doesn't make you go to jail in Sandpoint or have the sheriff come take you away. But Brynn was acting up a little bit more, and she kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Stabbed someone.
Recording
Yeah.
in progress.
And
It was. Okay. Side note, and I will be quick, but every time we start the recording in Zoom, and it's like recording in progress, and it's like freaking like when it says okay or leave meeting. It's like you get a choice. You get to be recorded or GTFO, and it makes me laugh.
sorry, one of the things I forgot to do as a GM is we're starting. But anyways, so yeah, Brynn stabbed someone, so the sheriff actually had to take her away. They process her in jail. Glastoc went and took care of her. Had to go get her out of jail because they're like they weren't pressing any major charges, but it did give Brynn a little bit leg up in the communication with the underworld that they wanted. But Aviro and Pepper were at the Rusty Dragon, and Pepper went to the bathroom, and Aviro just sat and read his book and enjoyed. And the hour that it took for Brynn and Glastoc to return the interdication of like, where's Pepper? I don't know. How long has she
No,
been
he
gone?
knew. She was in the bathroom.
She's in the bathroom. How long has it been?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Oh, she really had to go, you know?
It was rude to ask.
And
Not like
then
you
when
can go in
Brynn
after
went
her.
in, she found that there was a little, there was a scuffle in there, and that there was a little bit of blood on the floor, and the scent of electricity, like lightning, as if somebody casted shocking grasp on something and kind of shocked the
Little scorch.
little scorch
Little electrical
smell.
fire.
And that's kind of where we picked up is it's empty. The bathroom is empty. Where could Pepper have gone? She went back home. Something happened where we don't know. And that is where we're going to pick up as Brynn. Are you still in the, I can't remember if you went to still in the bathroom or you came out to let everyone know.
I think I came back and reported out what had happened, and I like told the guys the bathroom was empty, and I told them to come in, and like we're all sort of investigating the scene, and I think Brynn would kind of turn and be like, "What do we do? I mean, what happened? That what if she's like captured? What if she's
You
we
said
have
there
to
was
do
a
something."
sort of an electrical burning smell.
Like putting your tongue on a 9-volt battery. It's just like you can like feel it.
Ugh.
Arcane batteries are nothing to put your tongue on, Brynn.
Yeah.
You got to see if they're still charging them. That's how you tell.
Will you?
Anyway, neither here nor there. One of our friends is in danger, Aviro.
So-
we have to do something.
So Aviro looks very pained, like he wants to do something, but he at the same time vehemently does not want to do something, and you can see it on his face, and you can tell he wants you to ask him what's going on.
Aviro, what do you know?
I just want to.
What's going on?
I want to go into the ladies' restroom, but it's only because I want to look and see if I can have a look on my own and see if I can track what kind of magic it was. But I also don't want to go into the ladies' room because it's the ladies' room, and
is Aviro standing at like the threshold of the door?
Yeah.
Aviro, come in as ambassador of the ladies. I invite you. Get your ass in here.
Thank you, Brynn. Thank you. Can I do an Arcana check on?
Yes, you can.
Scorch.
Please do.
I want a T-shirt that says "Ambassador of the Ladies" on it, please. I would like that.
Brynn Broad River. 28.
Yeah. Somebody casted a shocking grasp on someone else, and a very powerful shocking grasp, and it did.
Brynn, when was the last time you were in this restroom? Prior to this time, right now.
I mean, last night. I'm sure when we were having
Was
drinks.
this here last evening?
The blood and sign of a struggle? No, I think I would remember.
I don't have a reference. All right, I'm just trying to get a baseline.
No,
Now,
this is atypical of female restrooms.
Thank you. Now that I have that information, I will store it for future recollection. Jay, can I tell how long ago maybe this was? About
an hour.
Can I do a same Arcana check or a new one?
Yeah, same Arcana check. About an hour.
Okay. So this looks appear to have been roughly cost 50 to 58 minutes ago, I would say.
Yes.
Seems plausible when she went in.
Well, you saw her 45 minutes ago, you said,
this
right?
particular shocking grasp, there is a scent of musk. As if there was like, this is like she cast the spell. It's her shocking grasp.
It's her shocking grasp.
Yes, it's her shocking grasp.
Oh.
So she fought back. So she wasn't taken totally by surprise.
Maybe she was the aggressor. I don't know. Maybe Pepper has a mean streak.
Doesn't seem likely. Pepper with the mean streak.
You never know. If it was important enough. If it was important enough.
That's like saying Aviro having a mean streak. You know,
I don't think Pepper has a mean streak, but she's certainly has a feistiness to her. Doesn't mean she's mean,
Yes.
but
if
not,
the two of you want to give me a perception check.
She's not the aggressive type.
She shocked Aviro.
Which two?
Which you weren't here for.
Actually,
he ran up to her when they first saw each other. He ran up to her, but she didn't see him. So he just ran up and gave her a hug, and she
perception is. I got a 19 perception.
19. Glastoc, perception check.
Oh, okay.
Please.
18 for me.
Okay.
I rolled a nat
one.
one.
Yeah, woo! Marking it
win.
down.
I see
Glastoc's still
everything.
thinking about the fact that
Yep.
Pepper being mean. No, that's not. No, that's not.
Yeah,
He's so wrapped up.
It's hard to tell, but the Pepper having a mean streak, it's very possible she could have attacked first, because some of the damage in here is from large bodies, not necessarily from a small body. But there is a small body. No, there's a large body. Yeah. So like,
there's rainbow blood. You said
there is
so.
Yes, I did say
came...
rainbow blood. So like, as if what happened is like whoever got shocked may have like smacked into the door, and that's where some of the damage from the door went. But yeah, there is some rainbow blood on the ground.
Yeah,
Aviro, you didn't hear anything? Nothing at all.
Well, I heard many things. It's the opposite of not hearing anything.
You didn't hear a scuffle or a
There's.
zap?
I was out.
Kerfuffle?
You saw I was we were at the back table next to the fire, and all of the people were around. And I wasn't paying attention. I was reading. It was nice and cozy.
All right,
may have cast a spell too.
That's neither here nor there at this point. Obviously something happened to her. She was taken somewhere. I guess our next
could have gone back to her back to the house. I mean,
let's go check the house. Let's just.
Yeah, no. I think we might be wasting time if we do that.
Oh, where
do you think we should go?
Well, and Glastoc's gonna look right at Brynn, right at Brynn and go, "Gee, if we only had somebody that could track, you know."
And
like
Brynn
that fellow from the woods.
Brynn would scoff and be like, "There's nothing that's going to be able to be trackable." And she would look and, can I make a survival check or something to see, or
While she's doing that, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can track
I got a nat
this spell?
1. There's nothing trackable here.
What was that, Aviro?
Can I do a different Arcana check to see if I can track this spell? Because
and we're off and running.
I mean, it's here, so it's not going to go anywhere.
No. But I mean, like, wasn't there a teleport? Didn't you say there was a?
Nope.
Oh, the only thing that there was no teleport.
There was like a back door.
There's a back door. There's that goes
Gotcha.
out very, very close. It's very possible that if they didn't come out the front, they went out the back.
Mm-hmm. Why don't we ask the wait staff? Perhaps they saw someone.
Sure, let's ask the servers. I'm sure they care.
It's worth a try.
It's worth.
Who else are we going to ask?
Brynn would sigh. It's worth a try.
If there was only one spell cast, then I mean, as far as we can tell, there was only one spell cast. That means they didn't teleport out of here. So the only place they could have gone was out the back. So, and Jay, you said there was signs of like larger people, right?
You mean in the?
You said large bodies having fallen around like this.
Yeah, so large, like human size, not fairy size.
Large compared to Pepper.
No, yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So in other words, like, a fighter, barbarian, a non-spellcaster, strength-based person.
Maybe.
Pepper probably defended herself, figuring she was stuck in a spot, and they grabbed her and took off with her.
I still say she maybe started the fight. And then they grabbed her and took off with her. Tell you what, we'll put 5 gold on it, and then when we find her, we can ask her what happened.
I'll take that bet.
Don't look at me like that, Dad. And I shake hands with Aviro. I'm like trying to make light of the situation. Anyway, there's nothing trackable here. You should ask the wait staff.
Fine.
Brynn would go out, and can I make like a like maybe diplomacy check to talk to the wait staff?
You can just talk to him. So
Okay, I'll just talk to him. I
so
would talk to
they're
him and I
wait.
would
And
ask him.
are you talking to the older halfling or one of the other servers?
I would talk to the older halfling.
Okay. She's kind of running around, and then Sebastian's behind the bar too, and she's just like, "Yeah, what can I help you? Need some more drinks?"
Yes. Well, not just now. We were wondering if you saw anything. A friend in here, our fairy friend, the one with the little wings that smells like brownies.
Yeah, she was here earlier.
Yes, she was. We were wondering if you saw anybody leave with her, or if you saw her leave. Our friend over there, Aviro, had his nose stuck in a book. Figure that out. And we cannot
You look
find
over
our
and he
friend.
literally standing there reading.
Yeah. And he completely missed Pepper leaving. And so we were wondering if you saw her leave or saw somebody leave with her or anything
Can't
at
say
all.
that I did. I can double check to see if Sarah, did you see Miss Pepper leave? No, I didn't. No. Sebastian's like, come to think of it, I haven't even seen. Yeah, where is Peppa? It's been a while since she didn't pay her. Oh, you're covered her bill. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's something
Bryn's
wrong, dearie?
No, everything's fine. We were just trying to track her down. If
No
you see her,
problem.
will you let us know?
Oh, of course. No problem, dearie.
Bryn's getting more worried by the minute.
What would you
And
like?
and Bryn would go back to the boys and be like, nobody saw her. And can I make one more survival check and Can I go back into the bathroom and take one last look at the scene? Please. Since I've left the room and come back in, video game rules state that the room resets.
There'll be a slight minus, but yes, go back ahead.
Okay.
As you kind of
Here I
look
go.
back in the room from a different angle.
Oh, dirty 20. That's not
I was
enough.
gonna say, can Brynn use her hero point?
Nah, we'll just leave it at a dirty 20 and with a minus.
So all you're getting is based off of the situation, most like, and if you open up the back door and you kind of look, and yeah, it there's some traffic, but the likelihood is there was some combat that went down. There's a little bit of rainbow blood, which most likely is just a little bit of peppers. But no one saw him come out, so it's very, very possible they left out the back. If they did, Pepper could have escaped out the back. It's she could have been captured, she could have escaped, she could be getting chased. You don't know, but most likely they went out the back door.
I would ask Aviro, did you get any like messages from Pepper? I know you guys send that magic paper back and forth. Did you get any
Nothing.
message from her?
No.
She would have let us know if she was just gonna dip.
It
She would
doesn't
let us
seem.
know so we didn't worry.
It does not seem like her. Who's a
I
good
don't like this.
tracker? Brynn, you seem like a trackery kind of follow something. You said this was a
Yeah.
larger individual that created debris within the restroom. Could you look for more heavily indented footprints in the mud?
Can I make a separate tracking check to look out the back to see if there's like drag marks
That's
or
the
anything like that?
that your second survival check was part of that. And there's no
Oh.
drag marks because most likely Pepper was just, if she was captured, she was just thrown into a sack. Because she's not big enough to drag.
You have to find out where she is. I'll bet you if we find her, we find that other girl, Ren.
Ren.
Okay, I'm having trouble remembering. Did Pepper have any leads on where Ren might be? Or no?
It's very possible that the Blue M's, her conclusion was that the Blue M's captured Ren. Based off of that, the fact that Ren's trident was with a group that killed the Blue M's. And based off of Pepper was being tracked by the Blue M's at one time and being chased by the Blue M's before you met. So her conclusion is that somewhere close, the Blue Elms have um, captured Ren. So they captured Ren and then took her somewhere. But yeah, so
Would I have heard any rumors in all of my seedy side of towning I've been doing, like where there might be like a stronghold of some sort or a hideout where they might be? Would I have heard any
yes,
rumors?
I would say you've heard, but you don't know where. Some people have talked that there might be one or two. There was a Blue M strong or like a hideout not too long is somewhere east or west east of here that some adventurers had found and had done some combat a few years ago. But the location you're not sure. You would have to do some more investigating. But there could be some other locations, but it would be a matter of investigating to see where they would be. And in
Can we
town, there might be
investigate those
some.
locations?
Where do you want to go? There's a few different locations that might have that information. Um, so for example, uh, based off of where you could go to, you know, a bar, like one of the other bars to get information. You could go to the jail.
What's the seediest bar in town?
I know.
You know
It's
that
the
one.
fill in the blank.
There's a map place.
The Listing Wyvern.
No, actually, it is. You could go to the Pixie Kitten, which is the local.
Oh no,
brothel.
we have to go there only because I want to see Aviro in there.
The Pixie Kitten, it is.
The Fat Man's Feed is the seediest bar.
How about you boys go to the Pixie Kitten and I'll go to the Fat Man's Feed?
How about
Since
I
I'm
stay
already a
here
regular.
or go back to our place and read? I'll do
No,
research,
no,
library
no, no,
research.
no, Aviro,
Yes.
you're gonna want to go with Glastoc.
I don't believe I do, in fact, want to go with Glastoc on this particular adventure. I think I would actually rather go with
What's it
Brynn
called?
if I
The
have to go
neon. What
somewhere.
is the kitten?
The Pixie Kitten.
Pixie
Pixie
Kitten?
Kitten. Listen, Aviro,
Yeah.
don't tell them I told you this, but I've heard that the Pixie Kitten has research materials hidden away in the back.
Yeah, that's not
Really think I would rather go with you, Brynn, if I have to choose. If you won't
How
let me
about
go.
we take a walk, and then once we get where we're going, then you can decide. But consider it, Aviro. I think it'd be a nice excursion for you.
Let's go.
Materials in a bar. Glastoc's actually laughing at Brynn trying to use that as a line.
And the Pixie Kitten is located across the street from the Fat Man's Feed.
Perfect.
Oh, well. Okay. Yeah.
Great. So, actually, it might make more sense for Brynn to go to the Pixie Kitten because, like, she's not a customer and she can kind of be on the level with the ladies. And then you boys can go because she's maybe not the most popular at the Fat Man's Feed right now.
Considering you just got arrested not too long earlier,
Yeah.
a few hours ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
if that's where she was, yeah, that's probably
Maybe
not.
we split the other way.
Yeah, I think it'd be smarter to have maybe Glastoc go into the Fat Man's Feed and
Yeah. Now
have
that you
the two
mention
of
that,
them go into the.
I imagine we're having this discussion as we go.
You're
towards
walking down the street.
And Brynn would say to Glass, I'd be like, Glastoc, come to think of it, I may want to lay low from the Fat Man's Feed for a while. What if I go across the street and you boys can go get yourself a drink and ask around?
Yeah. You know what though? Why don't you take Vero with you?
Vera.
I'd rather I'd rather him be comfortable with his decision because less chance of him being problematic then.
Oh.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
I like to imagine the shot is just shot of us, like opposite shot. And then it zooms out and Aviro is standing between us. Aviro, nobody is going to seduce you. You can just come in and stand right by me. I'm not there as a customer.
You said I could decide when we got there.
You can.
I don't have to decide right now.
Minutes away. No, we walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk and walk.
We're walking.
It's not too long of a walk, and then yeah, there's the pixie kitten on the left-hand side, and just a little bit further down, about 15 feet, there's the entrance to the Fat Man feed on the right-hand side.
Right, well, here we are. Come on, Glastoc, let's go.
I shrug at Glastoc, and I'm just like, listen. And I would lean to Glastoc, and I would say, I would whisper, like, it's your turn to babysit, Dad. And then she would turn around and walk towards the pixie kitten.
All right. So as Aviro and Glastoc walk into the...
Just before we walk in, though.
Yes.
All right. Glastoc's going to reach down and dirty his hands, and he's going to look right at Aviro, and he goes, don't clean this. And he's going to dirty up his clothes a little bit so he doesn't look so pristine, to help him hopefully blend in a little bit better.
Good choice. Good call.
Where's the please? Oh, must I?
Yes, toughen up a little bit, okay? Look, these guys are already going to be on edge because there's been at least night, okay? If any know that we're associated with Brynn, it could come back and bite us in the ass. So let's go in there and,
yes, that makes
I know this goes against what you normally do, but toughen up, okay? And then he starts walking in.
So Batman's Feig is one of the most notorious bars. Fights are relatively common in this location that you found. It's loud, and the clientele is much of the less respectable or sailors and some scoundrels.
Because it's evening, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's right.
It's late. It's very late, and there's some drunks that are kind of coming out of it. But they've got a good menu of food and stuff like that there.
Of course, dives always have the best food.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it's close to the waterway too. But there's cheese curd soup, lard fries, old murder maw, which is kind of a beer battered stout, and then Former's Gulp, which is a frosty ale.
Homer's Gulp.
Former's Gulp.
All right. So we go in, and as we're walking in, is there like one of the wait staff walking by?
Kinda. Yeah. I mean, and like I said, you walk in dirty. There's a little bit, somebody cleaned up some blood. Their tables are like marked up. Some of them are broken chairs. And it's just this dirty, just this dive of a place. But it's got that wonderful. Uh-oh, we lost something.
Oh, we lost Carrie.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, we lost Gary.
Lost Carrie.
Well, everyone, while we kind of fix some things, we will be right back. Hold tight. 1 second.
Brought to you by
One. Well, hello, everyone. We are back. Technical difficulties, tech gremlins, wrong button pushes. It's all the same thing, and it happens. No worries. We're back, and as we were trying to determine Yeah, you're Glastoc and Aviro, you go into this Batman feed, this wonderful bar, and you kind of look, and people are kind of drinking. There's a little bit of music in the corner and the bar, and yeah, there is an empty seat if you would like, table, so to speak.
Yeah. So as we start moving towards the table, Glastock will walk by one of the wait staff
Mm-hmm.
and flip them a gold piece and just say food and drinks, and then proceeds to sit down.
And
Vero also sits.
they're like, "All right." And then they go, and about 4 minutes later, 5 minutes later, it comes back with a whole bunch of food and drinks.
And you see Aviro is sitting stock still, but he is stock still, but he doesn't look. He looks surprisingly not tense. He
Okay.
doesn't look relaxed, but he
Right.
looks surprisingly not tensed.
He's never looked relaxed in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
right.
probably
Yeah.
never looked relaxed in his life, but
Yeah.
he looks surprisingly not Aviro high strung at the moment. Like,
Okay, so he's okay.
Okay.
He's also not saying anything, and he's not looking at anyone. He's kind of
He's
trancy
just-
middle
He's
distance.
in the zone.
Yeah, and you're getting a few looks. There's a few looks that occasionally that come your way about like, okay, this might be someone that's a little out of place. But what do you want to do when you're here? It's getting late.
Okay, so
What's
I
the
guess
food? Aviro wants the cheese curd soup.
Okay.
That
so
sounds
when
amazing.
the food comes and like right away he sees the bowl of soup and he just starts.
Yep.
He picks the meat out though. You see him putting like all the bits of meat are on his napkin.
Vegetarian.
Okay.
So I guess the first question is, as we're sitting there, and Glastock's not going to care what food or what drink, obviously, what food or drinks get served. He's just
Dump it
going to
all in a
start.
bucket and eat it. Why don't you?
He's just going to start eating and drinking. Um, uh, Especially if one of them is the black stout, he wants to make sure that that's the one that Aviro has.
Okay.
So
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Awesome.
just to see if he can keep up this whole persona of being a tough guy. And
How many sips do you take, Aviro?
Well, he takes one.
Okay.
And then like it's a close up on his Adam's apple as it just refuses to swallow. Till about 8 seconds. It's very long, and then you finally see it swallow.
Nice.
So do either Glastock or Aviro notice anybody in particular standing out, and specifically like anybody who could have been in the bar with us, beforehand, before Pepper disappeared?
No. So I would say there's no one from the bar at the Rusty Dragon that's come here. So they kind of divide. They don't go back and forth between bars very often.
Okay.
Some adventurers might, but yeah, not the locals. You do see a large guy with a wrap over his hand sitting at one of the tables.
You feel Aviro's leg picking you under the table. Whap, 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 whap.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you, Glastock, think perhaps we should ask someone if they know or could point to us anyone from the Blue M's?
Well, I would think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, the Blue M's aren't like overtly obvious that they're members. Like it's not a socially acceptable group. So nobody's going to be wearing their Blue M emblem.
And most of them are monsters.
Outwardly in this type of a situation.
Perhaps we could ask if anyone knows where they're rumored to locate. What do the Blue M's make, Burr? I don't know.
That would be something more from the Adventurers Guild, I think.
Are they open? That's a 24-hour kind of joint, aren't they? Seems
Yeah.
like it.
If there's an
Yeah.
in part of it, yeah.
I mean, that's more Brynn's territory.
All right, well, she's not doing anything right now anyway.
Well, hopefully she is in the other bar.
What's there to find out there?
Well,
I don't understand.
Who knows? What I was hoping is maybe either our presence here would draw attention from somebody and we could react to that, or we would see somebody that could possibly like we recognize as being somebody who is, you know, casing the rusty dragon.
Right.
So the only guy, Jay, that you said
Mhm.
that kind of stands out at all is the guy with his hand wrapped, huh?
Yep.
How far away from Aviro and I is he?
Maybe 20 feet.
Is he situated in a spot between us and say either the bar or the restroom?
Sure. Yeah.
Which one?
Restroom. I'd say restroom.
Okay. All right. So Glastock's gonna get up and he's gonna push his drink towards Aviro and say, "Hold my beer."
And
And
Vero picks it up.
and I'm gonna, as I'm moving past him, can I make a medicine check to see if I can tell how he was injured?
Yeah. You, you know what? There's a blade mark in his hand, like blood mark, as if he got stabbed through the hand. Not gonna make you roll a medicine check on
It's the guy Brynn got in a fight with. Holy shit.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as Glastock makes that realization, he's gonna walk by and he's gonna whisper to the guy, "Picking on half-elf girls, are we?" And just keeps walking.
That's awesome.
um,
What?
oh, he gets up.
Basic.
You notice as you're going to the restroom, he gets up.
Okay.
And Avira, you both notice that. And you go into the bathroom, Glastock?
Yeah.
Okay, so
But
as you go into the bathroom,
I'm gonna
Vero,
be
you can see
wary of him.
as this guy starts walking, he stops for a second as he's looking at someone, and there's like two people sitting in the corner, and he's looking at the table, and then all of a sudden, this big, like human, muscular, you just see him drop, like scared, and then turns back around and sits down.
Mm-hmm.
And Glassdock, how long do you wait in the bathroom?
Oh, I'll just,
A
Glastock
minute
does
or two
his.
later, no one comes in.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah.
About a
So
minute
yeah, I
later,
mean,
no one comes in.
okay, so Glastock will actually finish his business and then leave.
Mhm.
You get back, and your mug that you handed to Vero is currently empty and sitting on the countertop, and Vero is holding his mug of beer.
Did
Amazing.
Aviro drink it?
Amazing.
Glastock, you told me to hold your beer.
Yes.
I liked your beer better than my beer, so I drank your beer. This is now your beer.
Please roll me a Constitution saving throw, Vero.
Yes, Aviro's getting shit
Do you
hammered.
mean fortitude?
A fortitude save, yes. Thank you. Different system.
22.
Okay, you're holding your liquor. Whatever the
Look
case
at
may be,
you.
they're getting you holding your liquor pretty good.
It was delightfully frothy and foamy. That Mr. Foamer clearly knows his frothy ale. It was quite wonderful. This is far bit. This is like coffee. Oh no, you're
So as
no, thank you.
Glastock takes the other beer,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna just look at Aviro and say, "What has gotten into you?"
What do you mean? What's gotten into me?
I mean, you're blending in. You're acting like you belong here.
I've always blended in. Well, I've always blended in here in this reality. See,
Okay, no, no, no.
because I've always done it, but because it's us, we know from before.
As soon as he starts rambling, no, no, please, no, 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 no. I mean, like, you're blending in like this is a place Brynn would hang out, as opposed to a tea house or a place you would like, or a library like you would like to go, where you would blend in better. You know,
Yes,
yes,
I don't like how dirty this place is.
I kind of get that, So, how come? Did you notice anything
Yes,
happen?
that gentleman got up and followed you in, but
Don't
then
point.
caught the eye. Oh,
No, it
caught
was
the
that
eye.
that guy over there.
How else you gonna? The gentleman over there, the
Just
large,
use your words, which you seem to have a lot of them, and describe what happened.
the large one with the face and the ears over there. You see him, the large one. He got up and he followed you. The one with the wrapped hand, the one you were making not googly eyes at. Got up,
Okay.
followed you, but then caught the eye of the gentleman in the corner there by the door with the patches along the vest. You see, with the, I think
Okay.
it's an apple, but I'm not quite sure from this distance. Anyway, he glared at him, and then that fellow sort of deflated a moment, and then the other fellow went and sat back down. And it was some sort of chauvinistic power struggle. I don't know, something.
And you notice the guy who's got the bandage that you talked to is just not even looking at you. He's talking to someone at the table, and he's just drinking. Like, I'm focusing on conversation here and not anything else in the area.
He's totally ignoring looking
Yep.
towards Aviro and
Yep.
I. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Well, I think the best thing is maybe just, finish our meal, kind of not try to draw any more attention to ourselves, and then we'll probably just get up and head towards the pixie kitten after a bit.
Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, it was lively, but it wasn't. As you just got the feeling that the place got a little bit too much of attention earlier, and it may have, like, everyone just kind of like are like, okay, let's just kind of, whoever runs this place is keeping it under control
Okay.
and keeping everyone in check is very, very possible. And so, yeah, no issues whatsoever. No, and
Okay.
normally you're pretty sure someone would have come up to you and made you intimidated you and made you feel like an outsider, but
Right.
no one did. And that was the weird part. Normally you would have, but no one did.
Yeah.
And it was very, very clear.
Yeah.
So,
see, and that's exactly what I was going for. So, okay.
I must be very good at being tough.
I'm impressed. I think you deserve another drink. And Glastoc will tell the barmaid to bring Aviro another one of the frothy, whatever they're called, and let him.
Homer's Gulp frothy ale.
Yes.
okay.
There you go.
And after you finish that, and as you're heading out, the camera pans to the pixie kitten.
Oh boy.
Brynn walks into this lovely, nice door, and the frothing smell of fragrance and perfume. As you first come in, there's a stairwell coming up on the right, going up to the second floor.
Rooms.
And as you get a little bit further, it turns left into this nice lounge, large, with couches and some music playing in the background. So one of the ladies is playing and very scantily clad females are walking out from the back area as well, and then up the stairs and back and through. And there's some drinks, and there's a few gentlemen that are sitting there with a lady next to them, having conversations and very clearly, engaging in just flirtation banter. But all the ladies here are definitely very, very scantily clad clothing at this time, lingerie more specifically. And as you kind of come in, what would you like to do? As you know, there is a bar in the lounge area.
I was just gonna say, Brynn would probably sidle up to the bar, and just kind of ask for a drink and imagine to herself as she's just kind of sitting there. She doesn't want to like come in and be like, I have questions, like right off the bat. So she's probably just sitting for a little while, kind of just passing the time. And she's thinking about what shenanigans the boys are getting up to across the street. And she's hoping to God they don't run into that guy whose hand is bandaged. And then she is just sitting there enjoying her drink. And then after probably maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, she would call either like whoever's tending the bar or just even one of the girls over um, to her.
So what you notice too is that the bartender is a half orc, and he's big. And you notice in the corner there's another half orc, kind of bouncer. So if there's trouble, there's definitely some um bouncers that kind of take care of different things here. And like I said, the bouncers offer, and there's a few other ladies, and um, you know what, Brynn, roll me just a d20, just a d20.
Just a random.
No, before you roll, actually, do you want high or do you want low?
Low.
Okay, now roll your die.
I got a 10.
Okay. So as you're sitting there, the bartender's coming up and offers you a drink. And then one of the ladies comes up next to you and is like, well, hello. You're new in town. You're new here. Are you looking for companionship tonight? We have several lovely ladies here. Or if you're looking for a man, we've got them on the schedule as well.
Yes, of course. I wasn't exactly in the market tonight.
Oh,
I had a quick question. Do you have some time?
well, my time is money.
And I slide a gold piece over.
Ooh, well.
And I would pat the spot next to me on the bar.
And she kind of looks at you for a second, and she's like, well, that'll get you 45 seconds. No, I mean, just 40.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she just kind of jokes, that'll get you 2 minutes and 13 seconds.
Holy shit.
Deadpool reference.
Didn't realize,
but anyway.
I was gonna say I didn't realize quite the talent pool here at the fucking whatever the hell.
Our madam is very, very high selective. And, we are, definitely worth every silver piece.
All right. How much time will it get me, really? Need to know how to.
What can I help you with?
And Brynn would kind of explain like what what kind of happened at the other place. She would just say, and so we're looking for our friend, and the longer we don't hear from her and can't find her, the more worried we are. And we were thinking that perhaps, and Brynn would use secret speech to kind of talk to this girl and just say that essentially we're on the trail of the Blue M's.
Okay. And she's like, well, I think you would like to speak with the madam this time. Would you like me to go fetch her?
That would be terrific. I can go to her.
How much does 2 minutes and 13 seconds cost with her?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I don't know if I have that much money.
And Kaylee, Kay will is Madam K will definitely will probably want to speak with you.
Of course. I mean, does she want to come to me or
I'll bring her to you. Just relax and enjoy your drink.
All right. And Brynn kind of, this whole situation that we can't find Pepper and we don't have any like real leads, and this whole like has Brynn feeling really like out of control. Like she has no grasp, and now at least that there's a plan, and she feels like there's somebody on this side of the tracks that sort of maybe can help. She's feeling just a slight bit more encouraged, and she would order herself another drink.
Okay. And a few minutes later, this very, very beautiful woman, very finely dressed, full dress outfit comes down and comes over and saddles up next to you at the bar. And she's like, well, welcome. Good evening, and welcome to the Pixie Kitten. Oh, I understand you're looking for some assistance this evening. I'm
Yes.
Kay, the owner of this establishment, and you must be Brynn.
Did I introduce myself to the
No, you
other
did
girl?
not.
Whoops.
It's
Brynn
my
sits.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like,
Brynn kind of sits back defensively
dear,
a little bit.
no worries, dear. It's my business to know people and things that happen in Saltmont and Sandpoint, and of course you're staying with the Whizbangs at the Whizbangs, and I'm saddened that Dalian had to leave, but and then you noticed that there was a picture, a painting
Oh,
of Dalian and her.
that's her.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
But
And
then you're realizing that the brothel is the place where all the information gets funneled in, and she is like she wants to
She's
know
the information
everyone.
broker.
Kinda.
she's the information broker.
I mean,
Oh my
she is
god.
literally all information. She likes to get
Wow.
information from people. And the fact that there's people moving into the Whizbangs who she happened to shack up with Dalian at one point. She wants to know who, and the fact that Ren is missing, Gwen is missing, the Whizbangs are missing, and now you're on the track of trying to find them. She knows what's going on. So, and there's been a few attacks and stuff in town. And not to mention you had the attack from in Midtown that brought up some issues. So yeah, you're a little famous.
You're a little famous to the
And
information broker.
Brynn would kind of like look around nervously and kind of like look back at this woman, and as this kind of all falls into place in her
Mhm.
head, and she would just look and be like, um it appears I don't have much to discuss with you then, if you know all that I think you know.
Well, I don't know everything, but clearly something is on your mind. Uh, what are you looking for, dear? Something about the blue M's?
Yes, we think that they maybe have attacked or taken a friend of ours, and
Which friend
we
is this?
Peppa, the little fairy, she smells like brownies.
Oh, yes.
Missa. Yes,
Yes.
she's a friend of ours, and she was looking for a friend of yours,
Well,
Ren.
yes, Ren. Yes, we're we're familiar with Pepper, Apple Bottom,
Yeah,
Apple Blossom. Excuse me, Apple
yeah,
Blossom.
yeah, her. And we are afraid she was taken.
Oh
Keep this to
no.
yourself, of course, but
Oh
there was a sign of a struggle over
oh
at
oh no.
the other
That's
bar.
just
So
oh, it's disheartening. Pepper was a good
yes,
customer too. Um,
cool. Pepper's badass. Okay, that's awesome. Good for her.
Pepper,
She's
Pepper
she's
gets
hip.
around.
Yeah, damn. Okay.
Had
And
she may have had a guest in the
oh
hideout,
yeah,
which you start to realize
sure.
that this is also when people want to hide out, they come
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay. And so Bryn would say, "So do you know anything?"
I have not
I
heard
mean,
anything of dear Peppa's anything demise or anything bad happening to dear Peppa, but I definitely can keep I can find out something. It won't be until tomorrow morning if I have anything though.
you don't know anything about where the Blue M's might be shacking up?
I mean, there's rumors that there was um they had an old hideout west of here in one of the few miles out of town. Some adventurers found looking, and they were looking for orphans, and they ended up finding some orphans at the hideout. But the location, I don't have a map or anything like that. I know but there is a rumor that they're still active in the area somewhere. Where we don't know.
You said maybe by morning you could know more?
Yes, yes, I definitely will uh, see what connections I can find.
Well, thank you very much. I know your time is valuable, so um it's appreciated.
And properly introducing, and she puts her hand out, and she says her full name, of uh, K. Tessarin is her name, and she's looking to actually have you introduce yourself because trying to be cordial.
I would kind of like smirk and I would say, not that it's news to you. I'm Bryn Broadriver.
It's very lovely to finally formally meet and be introduced to us. In the meantime, if you ever need companionship, please don't hesitate to come back.
And Bryn kind of chuckles and she's like, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
I will send a runner in the morning to the whiz bangs, to let you know when I have something.
Thank you.
My
And
pleasure.
Bryn would kind of like finish her drink and
Oh dear, no, it's on us.
Awesome. Even though like she doesn't feel this woman is nefarious, somebody knowing this much about her, it makes her feel a little uneasy. So she just kind of like finishes her drink and leaves.
Yep.
And she would just kind of wait outside for the boys.
And about 15 minutes later, the boys stumble out of the Fat Man feed, and you
Do I
see
need to make
Bryn.
another fortitude save?
Sure, give another
Yes.
fortitude save.
Yes, that's awesome. That's
14.
awesome.
Yeah, you're feeling a little bit, but you're doing okay. Definitely.
That's a 2 on the die.
Amazing.
So as you
Bryn
are
would kind of be like hiding around a corner,
Yep.
like waiting for them.
So yeah, you reunite in the main street.
Well, I have the most powerful information broker in town on the case, and she will get to us in the morning.
Oh,
Beat that.
Aviro is actually taking up alcohol on a more frequent basis.
They were very tasty, Bryn. They were very tasty.
I know alcohol is very tasty. Good for you. And Bryn would kind of like, you're not even that drunk. How many did he have?
2.
Okay,
I
respectful.
don't believe the alcohol content in them is very high.
8 cups. 8 cups.
Noted. Well, good for you, Aviro. Welcome to the
The
club.
cheese curd soup was actually quite good, other than the floating bits of meat that I
And
threw
at that
away.
point, you realize taking the bits of meat out of the soup is a major insult and would have prompted someone to to cause a fight. But
my God.
nothing happened.
You guys have an aura
Only
of
Aviro can
protection.
cause an insult without realizing he's causing an insult.
Bryn would smile and she would say, like, well, did you guys see anything interesting? It had to be a
One
fight,
man
at least.
flexed at another man and then sat back down.
You didn't fight him?
No.
So you didn't see any fights?
No.
You guys were in there forever.
It was rather quiet.
That has to be a record. I've been in there a lot and I haven't seen an hour and a half go by without a fight.
Yeah, it was deathly quiet almost.
Suspiciously quiet?
Yes.
Well, what was the deal? Was there somebody important in there or something? Was the bar in there?
It seemed raucous to me. I don't know what you're talking about. There were people shouting, and there was the singing. Why is that gentleman in the corner singing so much? He didn't have an instrument or anything. He was just sitting there bellowing, completely off tune. Is that the entertainment?
It's a drinking song, Aviro. It's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to join in.
But no one did. It was just him.
No, I tried getting a rise out of one character. You may have known him, Bryn. He seemed to have a knife wound in his hand. But
was he like really, really dirty and had like the worst haircut you've ever seen in your life?
Yeah. Anyway, apparently, according to what Aviro says, he was going to try to start something with me, but another gentleman kind of waved him off. So,
Well, who was that gentleman?
A large gentleman.
Did he look important?
Is size an indicator of hierarchy? Yes,
In
when
this part
you're
of
on
town,
a
it is.
playground, but I don't know about how the the social political structure of these work.
Yeah, it may have been that your earlier disturbance was not looked fondly upon the regulars, and they were trying to just keep things down low.
That
So,
makes sense.
but no, good job finding an information broker.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I ruined things for you at the bar.
Oh no, like Aviro said, the food was actually good and the drinks weren't half bad. So,
It's called Foma's Gold Frothy Ale. I learned
Brynn's
it.
had one.
Cool. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's terrific. My
Yeah.
second favorite thing there.
I didn't like the bitter, sludgy one.
Oh, the stout. It had to be a stout. And I look over at Glastoc. And I'm like, it's a sludgy. That's not for amateurs.
Yeah.
One of these days.
It was like syrup. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Well, boys, I don't think there's a ton else we can do today.
No.
And it's nighttime, right?
Oh yeah, it's like midnight,
It's late.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
We're no good to pepper if we're so
Yeah.
tired we can't see straight.
Let's so where are they sending the information, Brynn?
To the whiz bangs.
All right.
She and Brynn would kind of like put her hands on her hips and be like, she knew like an uncomfortable amount about me.
I
Pretty
don't like that
confident
she knows where we live.
She knows everything. Fuck,
Well.
if I had one, she'd know my middle name. She has a finger on the pulse.
It's not uncommon for that type of an establishment to act as an information warehouse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me all about all the brothels you've been into, Glastoc. And I imagine we're kind of walking as we're having this conversation, and Brynn would bump Glastoc with her hip.
Well.
And as you're walking back towards the whiz bangs, you're kind of crossing the bridge. I need 2 perception checks from everyone, but I need your first perception check is at -8, and your second perception check is -6.
Ooh,
okay.
Wow. Math teacher.
11. It's tiny number arithmetic. I have confidence in you.
So
you do not have your calculator out right now.
If you just give me the number, I can do the math for you.
Guess what I rolled?
Did you roll another one?
Nope, I rolled a nat 20.
Yay!
Hey, so perceptive, yeah.
So my first one with the negative is a 23.
Okay.
So, and
the total is a 23.
Yep.
Yeah, so my total would be 25.
All right.
My first one. Oh.
Yes, first one.
My first one with all the negatives and everything was an 11.
Okay. And what are your second ones?
My second one was a 19.
Okay.
What's the negative on this one?
-6.
Oh, -6?
Yes.
21.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Cool.
Yes, I use a calculator.
I'm sorry. I struggle to turn it off.
Yes, I suck at mental arithmetic.
I snatch him right out of kids' hands. No.
So as you're making your way back, it's dark, but it's not too bad. Glastoc will notice one thing as you're getting inside the door, which it's keys and it's locked up and everything's fine. But then as you're getting in, 1 second.
While Jay takes a second, check us out on teespring.com. At teespring.com, we have all kinds of great t-shirt designs for Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. We've got them on t-shirts and on mugs and on all kinds of great stuff. Teespring.com. Just search Emporium for the Wayward Gamer.
Yes.
Now with the new logo design, Aviro explains it better.
Yes.
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 So as we come up, Glastoc's going to, before we walk in, Glastoc, you see Glastoc's like looking in the front garden area. And he turns to Brynn and Aviro. How many statues are supposed to be out front?
Aviro answers.
One of them's
Just-
missing.
What?
There's supposed to be 2, and there's only 1.
And what were the statues of?
And they looked like just dressed gladiatorial females in just a hand pose with a sword on the ground, in like holding a sword going down in front of them.
Interesting.
And then one of them, which you didn't have a sword.
Was it like broken off?
No, it's just missed. This sword was completely missing.
No, sorry, is the statue broken off?
No,
Nope.
nope.
Glastoc, does the statue look broken off?
No.
You'd have to go up and take a look, get close.
Well, yeah.
And no, it does not look like it's broken off.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's anything residual hanging in the air?
Sure.
Brynn draws her sword. She is very nervous.
Oh, hey, wait, I can do detect magic just all on my own because it's do my inherent cantrip. So detect magic.
No magic.
Wow. It's just gone. Well, that's not the strangest thing we've seen tonight.
I don't like this.
Should we stay at the Rusty Dragon?
We're already here.
Don't want to walk all the way back to the Rusty Dragon. I say, screw it. I say we go.
Should we take watch? Should we set watch? Just like on the road, like the old days?
Oh, it'll be so nostalgic. I'm sleeping first. One of you boys can take watch.
Glastoc will take a first watch. So
Wake me up when you're ready, Glastoc. I'll take second.
before we go in though, Jay, does it look like is there any does it look like the ground around where the statue was trampled as if the statue got up and moved, or is it more in reverse, like somebody walked up and took it?
Survival check.
Good one.
17.
It's hard to say. It appears that there is some both. Like it is as if something came up, walked around it, and then there's some footsteps going away too, but it's hard to see in the grass and stuff like that. It's there appears
It's also dark. I would say it's dark, but I have dark vision.
Yes,
so
but I mean, it's hard to tell, but something could have been moved. So
okay.
Perhaps their spirit, the statue has an animus, a spirit animus inside of it, and it is the guardian of this particular...
that makes me feel so much better.
We don't know.
Brynn is on her halfway up to the house at this point, and she turns over and looks at Aviro and be like, "No, we don't know. I suppose. Good night."
Could be.
Yeah.
And Brynn just goes inside.
Yeah.
Well, Aviro's right behind her.
Yeah.
It could be this, and it could also be.
And as Brynn and Aviro go to bed and sleep, Glastoc, you're awake. About a half hour after they get some sleep, you could swear there's some banging going on downstairs in the basement.
In the basement?
In the basement.
This place has a basement?
This place has a basement. There's a vault in the basement. Or actually a training area in the basement.
Oh, we're getting robbed.
But it sounds like that, that sound when someone's banging on the inside of a cargo container?
Uh-huh.
That's what you faintly hear. And then you
Glastoc.
hear some then there's some other banging, and you're not sure.
Okay, Glastoc's gonna go downstairs.
Okay, if you'd like to look at roll 20.
Oh.
So,
Oh my god, be careful.
I didn't know this place had a basement.
No one went and checked.
Nor did I. Nor did I. It's a frat house. Of course it has a basement.
So this is to the basement right here. The door
Okay.
from that this eventually you knew that this was to the basement. This is to the 3rd floor. But
okay.
You kind of looked down that you heard of a basement, but you never really looked. So as you kind of come down, this is storage. This is kind of a storage area.
Okay.
And then there's some other stuff. You know that there is a stairwell that's been boarded up that goes from the outside, but it's been turned into a secret door. Very, very one of the things that you learned in the last few days.
Okay.
But there is a door here.
Okay.
And it opens up into a storeroom and training area. And there's some arrow bows, like somebody can shoot bows down here, and some other stuff.
Oh, okay.
Things like that.
Okay. All right. So
give me a perception check, please.
30.
Okay. So you come down this way. When you get here, where are you going?
Hold on. Let me go back to my map. All right. So is the door ajar at all?
Nope. The door is not ajar.
And so we've obviously, even though I'm a total idiot,
you've been down here before. Yes.
We've been down here. Okay. But there's no physical way to get out of the training room other than the door.
That is your assumption, yes. You do know that there is a vault down here, but you've never seen a vault. Sebastian has mentioned that there was a vault installed down, the Whizbang installed a vault like his, a magical vault. But you have never seen an access to a vault in your quick time down here. And you've probably been down here for like maybe 5 minutes total.
Okay.
So.
Glastoc's gonna slowly open the door.
Okay. And as you open the door, you open it up and you can see the training room, correct? It's visible. Yeah. So yeah, there's some training room. And then you hear noise. As if something is banging behind this wall.
Okay.
Oh.
So then Glastoc
Ask of Amontillado.
Go over to that wall.
Okay. And as you're looking, it's a solid wall.
Do 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 do.
And
is
then
shaving a haircut
it's like
universal.
You hear a bang, 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 and then it stops. And no longer banging.
Okay, and it's just a solid wall.
It's a solid
as far
wall.
as I can tell.
Yep. And even with your perception check, you're looking for. There's no secret doors on this wall.
The stone wall?
Yeah, stone wall.
Yeah.
Jim, don't you have stonemason something?
No.
Oh, you're a brewer. That's right.
I'm a brewer.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking. The exact same thing,
That's
Jeff.
the craft you chose.
Yeah. Like, God damn
Useful.
It. I mean, I guess Glastock's going to take some time to search along the wall to see if he can find any kind of a mechanism.
In here? In this room or in the training room?
No, the training room's too far away. If there was... No, actually, okay, let's go into the training room.
Okay.
And then the wall to the south of the door. What's along that wall there?
You mean this wall right here? Actually, 1 second.
Yeah,
This
where the
wall?
training in the training room, yeah.
Okay.
No. Not that wall, not the southern wall, the wall running north-south
This
on
one?
the west. Yeah, that.
So you find a secret door.
Okay.
You open it up.
Well, sure.
As you open it up, it opens up to a storage area that is it's a nicer storage area. It's kind of got a few more items in it, maybe some treasures a little bit in here too. You see on the opposite wall, there is a nice stone wall. It's not a vault wall, but it is definitely a stone wall, and there is some arcane uh sigils in it, and runes in it. So it is a secured wall. It's like you get the impression it's the pre-door to the vault that Sebastian mentioned.
It's the airlock.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the airlock.
And there are, like I said, amongst the stuff, there's some nice furniture. There's some other things in here. And there are 2 statues of females with swords standing up against the wall with nothing in their hands.
Oh.
Does it look like something can be put in their hands?
Possibly.
I'm stuck in this whole thing where it's like I want to go wake the other 2 up, but I'm afraid that the second that I go and do that, whatever's down here is going to move and we're going to miss our opportunity to possibly catch them. um so the
Screaming. A real good way to get our attention, and you don't have
yes,
to
well, if combat started, yes, that's what I would do. But I'm trying to, Glastock in his male armor,
Yeah.
the least stealthiest person in our group is trying to be as stealthy as possible right now.
Mhm.
I'm so proud of you.
So does this entryway / door have any mechanism for opening it?
Yes.
Like, okay.
There is a mechanisms type thing, maybe a key or actually like a lever. There's a lever system, and there could be there is a like a round piece of that looks like a key situation where you put something in it and then it might activate something.
I'm gonna back out slowly. Um, and when I get to the door to the trainer, is there a way to wedge that door closed?
You could probably put something in front of it. It's gonna it might crush whatever you're putting in, damage it a little bit, but there's a possibility you could wedge it open.
No. I want to wedge it closed from
from
the side, from the stair side.
Let me see. Let me look at the map.
Does the door open in or out from the stairs?
From here?
Yeah. No.
It opens in.
So,
it opens into the stairwell.
No, not that door. Not that door.
This one?
The door into the training room. Which way does that open?
Oh, this one? It opens towards you, towards this wall.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I want to wedge that door closed.
Okay, you're gonna wedge that door closed? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah. You could grab something and wedge. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Even if it's like a sword or something from the training room. Something
okay. That would work. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Glasslock's going to go upstairs and wake up Brynn.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Brynn, you've been asleep for an hour and a half, just relaxing. You're just getting into your REM sleep when you hear it at the door.
Oh no, he just opens the door. Opens the door and goes in.
The door opens the door.
The new thing called privacy in this house, Dad.
Yeah.
And Brynn is pulling on her.
Yeah, I know. She sleeps in the buff. He doesn't care. Look, he's looking at her straight in the eyes.
Asleep.
I know. Look at me.
What?
I'm gonna go wake up Aviro. Put on your armor, get your weapons. There's somebody downstairs. I found a secret room in the training area downstairs. Okay. Get yourself ready.
We have a downstairs?
Yeah. That's what I said.
Oh. I'll be damned. No,
okay.
That's par for the course, I suppose. And
yes.
Go.
Yes, yeah, okay. But we'll meet down at the base of the stairs once I get Aviro up.
Rendezvous at the stairs.
Yes.
Go.
Okay.
Perception check, please.
For who?
Brynn and Glastoc.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
29.
Nice. Okay. All right. So, Brynn, you're getting your armor on and stuff, and Glastoc goes over to Aviro.
Yep. And he just grabs Aviro by the leg and pulls him out of the bed.
No middleman.
Aviro is still asleep.
And that's when Glastoc takes his tankard and turns it over onto Aviro's face. Just be glad I didn't do it in the bed and making the bed wet. Look, get your stuff together. There's something going on downstairs. I found a secret room. Brynn's getting her stuff together. We're going to head down there right now.
Are you talking about the secret room inside the training room? That one? Prestidigitate.
Did you know that there was a secret room inside the training room?
Well, it was the obvious place. Thank you for confirming it, but that was the logical. If you look at the footprint of this architecture,
okay, all right, yeah, let's
you can surmise that there's a large open space,
and the vault is there.
And the vault is clearly there.
Sebastian mentioned a vault, so clearly that's the only place the vault could be.
That's the only place that the vault could possibly be.
Okay, all right, yes, you're smarter than all of us. Okay, come on.
We knew that.
Wow.
Am I wrong? We didn't know that? Who didn't know that? Sorry, you woke me up. I was asleep.
Well, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap.
No, it's quite all right.
He mage hands his cloak on. Is this full? Are we not going back to bed?
Well, it depends on what happens downstairs. Come on.
You didn't answer my question. How dressed am I required to be? Full?
Well, if we get into a fight, how dressed do you want to be?
Chance throw back on and gets his hat on and
getting all grumpy.
And he's yawning the whole time, and he trudges down the stairs.
As you're making your way back down, and you get to that one room where the Glastoc, you did not mention that you shut the top of the stairs door. You didn't shut the stair at the top of in the room, like the main floor door that goes to the basement.
Right.
Yeah, you left that one open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wedged the other one
Yeah,
close.
you wedged the other one. Yes. Yeah, exactly. So as you make your way down, you can light there's actual, as you get in, there's these glowing crystals of light that it's a proximity. So as you make your way, they suddenly turn on. So this is one of those things, and that's what happens in the training room. So it wasn't
lights.
The motion lights more, and they're little crystals that are kind of floating in this little jar, and it's basically a light spell that proximity light spell, and it just kind of goes in, and that's what one of the things in the training hall as well is. So it wasn't dark for you as when you were going down, but as you get downstairs and you turn the corner, and you look at the door's open, and that sword is broke.
Uh-oh.
So you
Are we
found
all,
a broken
following Glastoc down?
You brought us here for a broken sword?
And we didn't
Glastoc.
wait. So somebody obviously forced the store open.
Yes.
But it didn't make any noise.
You did not hear anything.
Okay.
Glastoc, that doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't look good.
I'm going to be using your 29 and 30 or 29 and 28 perception checks from previous.
Yeah.
It appears it was broken from this side.
Glastoc. Shit. Brynn would run back up the stairs and go check the other statue, the one that was still there out front.
It's still there.
No, I'm more worried about something coming from this. Well,
is the other one out front still missing?
Yeah.
There's one missing and one there. Okay. Well, Glastoc, what was down here?
Well, I heard banging and I followed it down here. And as we walk and we go through the training room, I show them where the secret door is that leads into the other room.
Yep. And there's a secret room and there's the big door. Aviro, you couldn't get through because that's the first door into where the vault is.
Ah, the heavy bag. I thought it was going to be behind where the ballet bar was. That's actually very clever.
Can I make just a perception check to look for clues?
Yeah. And Aviro, based on, I'm not gonna have you roll, but you're pretty sure that there is another room connected to this room, which is the actual vault.
Right.
Well, see,
probably behind those arcane wards right there.
Yes, and that was part of the reason for getting Brynn, because it looks like there's some sort of a key mechanism necessary to get past this point.
Oh, that's great, because I didn't find shit for clues. 19.
Yep.
Can Aviro look at those sigils and those arcane markings that you were talking about?
Yep. Yeah. I'm not going to make
23.
Yeah, you've studied these already because you've had time. Aviro, based off of the studying, because you actually also studied something around, you probably with the information upstairs too. You realize that this is the footprint, because upstairs in the library, there's a whole bunch of information too. And they probably came across so that there is a vault connected that's in the back area. And if you're looking at Roll20, you get an idea where the vault is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I start investigating the locking mechanism, please?
Yeah. Basically, you need a disc, some sort of metal or stone disc that is put in there and turned, and it is a magically specific, and it's like a tune stick. And to be able to break into that, it's almost impossible. You actually have to have this piece to be able to do it and stick it in.
Report back. And she would say, I don't think my luck picks are going to be any good here, boys.
The thing that she describes, that disc,
and
has
it would
Aviro
explain
seen
the mechanism?
Yeah. Has
No, but
Aviro
you
seen
you
that
do
piece
know.
around?
No, you're pretty sure one of the whiz bangs.
Jeez.
All right. Well, good news. No one's getting in because one of the whiz-bangs has it. And if one of the whiz-bangs shows up and opens this thing up, well, at least one of the whiz-bangs is back, and then we can ask them what the fuck is going on.
So we can't get in there without the whiz bangs. We need to get in there to find the whiz bangs. Something. I don't
We
know.
just need
It's
to get in
very
there to
late.
find out who's banging on the wall.
Yes. I have a feeling it's all connected. Is there still banging happening or no? Not anymore.
No, the banging had stopped.
Okay.
But okay, so Jay,
Mm-hmm.
the
I will tell you this too. The stone door has some of the stone is crumpled a little bit, as if somebody's been banging on this door in the
Oh,
past.
wow.
from
Oh,
this
for
side,
a
From
long
this side
time.
in the past.
Wow. Damn. So
Perhaps a stone fist? Big, heavy stone.
Not necessarily, no.
I'm just saying, spirit animus. Don't rule it out, Glastoc.
I didn't say anything. um, I'm so okay. So Jay, the secret door that
Mm-hmm.
goes to the outside,
Yeah.
that's north of the stairs.
Yes.
Does that look like it's been used recently?
No.
But it's usable.
Kind of.
Because
Yeah,
you said it had been boarded up.
it's been boarded up, but it could potentially be used. And on like the outside, it's been boarded up a little bit. So you'd have to take out all that stuff out and then,
Right.
get that
Last,
secret door in.
Glastoc, have we checked the outside door to that little?
No, I haven't. I'm more concerned about the fact that I had wedged the one door closed from this side and the sword was broken, which means it had to have been, and it was done from this side. So whoever came in and out went up and down the stairs or the secret door.
you didn't see anything.
No. Now, mind you, I heard the banging coming from inside the vault area.
Oh, Glastoc. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you missed it. It doesn't matter. I'll take the next watch. You should both get some sleep. And Bryn would look pointedly at Glastoc.
Glastoc's very frustrated at himself right now.
And Bryn would normally give Glastoc a little bit more shit than she's giving him,
Mhm.
but she kind of owes him one for getting her out of jail. So she's being a little extra kind. She thinks that he maybe just was either hearing things or heard something and then
Yeah, but he's
botched the
being
watch.
very insistent on the fact that he wedged this door
Yeah.
closed. And now the sword's broken. So something obviously came in and out of this door.
Bryn is watching for it hard.
So
Aviro's lids are half down as you turn around and he's like standing there half asleep.
Okay.
all right. Well, let's try to get some sleep. And he'll as he's walking away from Bryn, you see he puts his tankard down on the ground and just keeps walking.
Yeah, so as you go upstairs and get in, Bryn, you kind of go through the kitchen grabbing something and you notice that.
So Bryn is like halfway through she's kind of like, so wake me up after an hour and a half. I saw something. I think I heard something. And she's like halfway through a sip and she's like, She notices that the kitchen back door, the one that goes outside the house, is open. And she's like, uh, and she would go out and see if there's any tracks or anything out beyond the does the door look like it was just opened?
Yep.
Or does it look like it was okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. Is there any sign of anybody other than us being in the kitchen? Like Pepper and I made all the breakfast stuffs. Feel like I'm pretty intimate with this kitchen at this point.
Yeah. No, nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing else in the house has been touched.
Brynn would want to look out like into the night. Is there
Mhm.
like a backyard? Like where does this
Kind of,
go?
but it then gets off a cliffed area and there's trees and stuff like that. But yeah,
Into
there's
the
nothing.
night.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Hmm. Brynn would just shut the door.
And lock it, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't with nothing to report. She just figures she'll tell Glastoc and Aviro in the morning.
Okay. All right.
And just kind of keep watch for another couple hours.
Okay. So the night goes without incident. Everything else kind of goes. Make your shifts change and sleeping. Aviro at about 6:15 in the morning.
Oh, you have assumed Aviro has gotten out of bed?
No. Aviro wakes up at 6:15 in the morning.
On his own?
No, because he hears something in his head. Suddenly, a voice, a familiar voice, can be heard from 1 second here. And it says, Vito, what flies and smells like chocolate? And you recognize this is a sending spell. Someone is sending a message to you. What flies and smells like chocolate? Someone has stuck their fairy nose where it shouldn't be. She is safe for now, but Bornin is hungry. And it's Rocky.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does this sending spell come with a reply? Because some
Yes,
of them
it
come with a
can.
reply.
You can reply.
Do you know what time it is? Send.
You motherfucker.
There's no response.
Just hear him go, no. Time zones.
No. Do you know what time it is? So he wakes up. How much time is it until his shift?
I mean,
So it
it's
was
6:15
probably
in
pretty
the
late. I would
morning.
say
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Brynn was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna take the rest of the night at this point. Like it's 6:15 in the morning.
Because I mean, you got woken up at like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's only been like a little less than 4 hours.
Yeah.
So he wakes up and shakes himself awake, trying to clear his brains because this thing woke him up. But he can't go back to sleep because it startled him too much. So he stumbles outside, and does he run across Brynn? Or is
Yep.
Brynn?
Bryn's sharpening her sword.
So pissed. I'm
Brynn,
still just like,
Brynn, I heard Rocky. Rocky sent me a message just
Rocky?
now. Yes, he woke me up. He sent me a message. He
What did he
said
say?
he rattles off
You
something
said,
about berries and
what
brownies.
flies and smells like chocolate? Someone was sticking their fairy nose where it shouldn't be. She is
That's
safe
subtle.
for now, but Bornin is hungry.
And I
Was
don't know who
Bornin-
Bornin is, and that's really bugging me.
Would that ring a bell for Brynn?
No. You'd have to do some investigation on who Bornin could be.
Well, Aviro, if there's one thing I know you love, it's research. Vornin.
I Are you giving me permission to do library work?
I am giving you a request to do
He-
library work.
He runs into the kitchen and starts making tea.
And Brynn would just keep doing what she's doing, and she's been kind of thinking about the door to the basement that was bashed open from their side.
Mm-hmm.
And she was thinking about the kitchen, and she was just trying to like put this all together. Is there any kind of check I can make to like CSI it and like
Survival
see
check.
Oh, okay, perfect. I will. Ah, I suck tonight. 16.
The best thing you could get is that someone either came in or left through the kitchen door, but they came in and maybe it busted the door and the sword from your side. And they busted it and then left, or they came in and busted it. One of those two. But they left the door open and the top door was open. So, yeah. And it was quiet.
While Aviro is making tea, Brynn would make coffee.
Yep.
And she would eventually have a cup for herself, and she would go up. By this time, probably I'm thinking it's closer to 7.
Yep.
And she would go up and kind of knock on Glastoc's door.
And Glastoc will get up and open the door.
And she would like hand a cup of coffee to him.
And he'll just start following her downstairs.
And as she's kind of still yawning and coming off of her 1.5 hours of sleep that she got that night, you just be like, well, I'm gonna surprise you. It's early, and yet shit is afoot.
Of course it is.
Knock, 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 knock
Zero
at the
got a
front
message
door.
in that. At the front door?
At the front door. Knock, 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 knock.
Hold on, I have something in the oven. I'll be right there. And I look at Glastoc like,
knock, 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 knock.
Like, who, were you expecting guests?
No, you were, remember?
Oh, yes, of course. And Brynn would go down the stairs, and it's like she had totally forgotten.
Knock, 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 knock.
I'll do that too. Yeah, I open up the door.
And there's a small child, like probably 12 years old, dressed
a little
a little, and hands you a letter.
Oh.
And then runs.
Thank you. And I flick him a silver.
He grabs it. He stops and grabs it.
Flick
and
him a
runs.
silver piece.
Yep.
He hears the flick. He hears the
yes,
ting,
he does.
ting.
And he's like,
he runs back. Yep. And he runs.
And I would open up the letter.
The wrecking crew seemed to be suspicious last night. They left the area very suspiciously. I would start there with them.
Oh, that was those fuckers who were like heroes once, but then they were mean, right? That was them. Sons of bitches.
They were at the party. They're at the festival.
Yes.
They're making problems.
Now, left.
They were in the bar with Aviro. If you mention it to Aviro, the wrecking crew.
Yeah. I would like read it out loud eventually.
Do you kind of wander towards the kitchen?
Yeah.
You see Aviro has started making oat cakes and like a large batch of oat cakes.
Oh, Aviro, something smells
Taking up baking.
heavenly. Yeah. He has an apron on with like a little smudge of flour.
They're like flapjacks. He's making pancakes, oat pancakes.
Aviro, something smells heavenly in here. What are you making?
I'm making oat cakes. I figured, well, they had all of this supplies here, all this grain, and just a little bit of fresh cream that you and Pepper picked up, and then some butter, and you just mix it all together and hot griddle.
Uh-huh.
They've got great date syrup here.
This is very important.
Yes, breakfast is very important. It's the most important meal of the day, Brynn.
No, it's not as important as Pepper, is it?
What? What about Pepper?
Well, a little kid just came from the place that I was and handed me this.
It's that kind of establishment.
No. She has a whole network of little birds. That's how she knows so much. I have this letter, and I would and like read it to everybody. And it's like, so it sounds like you have a lead, at the very least.
Yes, the Wrecking Crew. They were at the pub last night at the Rusty Dragon. Right bunch of, dare I say it, gits.
Then you remember, Aviro, Pepper seemed to be eyeing the cleric to see.
Pepper seemed to be eyeing the cleric.
She noticed. She may have noticed something that the cleric was wearing.
She made an offhand comment about the cleric had something,
an earring,
a headscarf or something.
Aviro, did she interact with them at all?
She followed her into the bathroom.
Not that I'm aware of.
Aviro,
the people were going in and out of the
hard.
restrooms. They were like any normal
Were they in
patrons
there together?
Perhaps. I didn't look.
I look at Glastoc and I'm like, I think this is more than a lead.
This is
Don't you?
No, I agree.
But where are the Wrecking Crew now? So you have to figure out where they are.
After them. Back to the bars?
Probably.
Sebastian
probably sleeping it off after the festival.
Sebastian probably would be a good one to talk to about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go talk to Sebastian. I haven't seen him in a while.
Didn't you see him last night?
What are you implying?
Just, you said you hadn't seen him in a while, and it was not even 24 hours since you've seen him.
I've physically seen him, Aviro. I haven't spoken to him in a bit.
Oh.
So Glastoc's going to turn to Aviro. Do you know any kind of a arcane lock spell?
I don't believe so. The player doesn't know the answer to that right offhand, so it's going to take me a little bit to search through all of this.
It would be
what level would those kind of things be?
An arcane lock would probably be, which is either like first or second level, maybe third.
Okay, well, not there. Not first level. Not second level.
There's a first level spell called lock.
Yeah, that might probably
just called lock, just straight up lock.
Yeah,
not arcane lock.
No, then it's probably the Pathfinder version of it. So
you said first level
yeah.
Lock. I do not know lock.
Okay.
Go. We should go soon.
Yeah. No, let's go. I just wanted to know if there was some way Aviro could magically keep the one door locked.
I could cast mending and try and meld the wood of the door to the wood of the frame. Would take a bit.
Aviro, something's clicking in your brain. This house has been magically. You notice that there's runes over all the doors. It has a security system, but you've never activated it because you don't know how. The owners know how to activate it. Sebastian might know how to activate it if you eventually ask him. But generally, Sebastian probably does. It's one of the whiz bangs would know. So there is definitely a security system to keep people out.
And he's pointing them out. You see up there and right above the archway, you see this, and it's a. I shouldn't explain, should I? That's part of it. Let me just. I'll save you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And as you make your way, get dressed. Brynn, I need a fortitude saving throw, please.
Why? Okay, never mind.
Because I said so.
That's not for me to ask. Yeah,
because you've had 1 hour of sleep.
I got a nat 1. Unfortunately.
Oh no!
Oh, man.
I believe there is what's called exhaustion in You have a level of exhaustion.
A level of exhaustion.
No, fatigue. It's level of fatigue. You have a level of let me see if there's double check if there's I don't see exhaustion. It's fatigue. You have a -1 penalty on AC and saving throws, or until you can sleep.
Okay.
Brynn,
Yeah.
you really don't look good. Are you sure you want to come with us? You could just catch a little nap while we're gone.
Oh, thank you. I'm fine.
Right. Well, then eat more. He shoves more oatcakes at you. Try the
Oatcakes.
try the elder lingonberry jam.
I do,
Yeah,
and it's amazing.
it is.
And Brynn is like, she's just pissed at the world. But as soon as the little
food hits
scone
her
with
stomach.
jam, it's just like, oh, it's like you're not you when you're hungry.
And after an hour or so, you make your way, you get ready, you make your way into town, you're into the Rusty Dragon. You notice that beggar is not there anymore. Her stuff is still there, but she's not there. And as you make your way into the Rusty Dragon, you see Sebastian getting ready, and there's some people that are eating. And Sebastian's like, Brynn, you're looking pretty rough there. A little tired, I'd say.
Thanks, Sebastian. Rough was what I was going for when I woke up this morning and looked in the mirror.
What can
Sebastian,
yes.
Sebastian, she needs what do you have hairs of a dog? She needs a hair of a dog.
Yes,
could use
yes.
a hair of a
One
dog.
hair of the dog will be coming right up.
Thank you.
And he's preparing this. Is everything good?
No.
What's
I
up?
had a question.
May have an answer for you.
And she would say, again, secret speech, and Brynn would tell him and what they have experienced and what they're looking for. And
He doesn't
if he
know
has seen-
secret speech.
He doesn't.
No, he
So
does
Brynn
not.
is just all of a sudden going off on a tangent, and he's just like,
Yeah, he's kind of looking at you. He's like a former fighter, not paladin. But
gotcha.
yeah,
I thought he was one of my people. So
no.
instead
like
of that,
it's like when you start talking to someone and then you find out that they're deaf and you didn't realize they were deaf when you started
she's,
talking
you know,
to them.
it's tough. If I had a nickel, I would. So I would then be like, listen, Sebastian, we're on the trail of those big thugs that were in here, the ones that were giving everybody a hard time. You know, the former heroes, spoiled by fame.
The wrecking crew.
Bro.
Yeah. What about them?
Did they leave here last night? Were they here last night?
Yeah, they were here last night. They were being a little rowdy from the festival, and they left abruptly. Yeah. Why?
About when? Approximately.
Evening. I don't know. What didn't pay that much attention. Sorry, it was a bit packed night.
Okay. So what time wasn't it? Like yesterday afternoon that Pepper went missing, or was it
No,
yesterday?
it was in the evening time.
It was evening.
Supper.
Yeah, because you were jailed in the evening time, and it wasn't until like almost midnight by the time you got out and got back. But they left a little early in the evening, late evening, so they probably left around 11:30. 11:15.
Did you see which way they went?
No. But they left early for the evening, which is, not, they're odd, but it's the wrecking crew. So I don't mind them too well.
Of course not. Sebastian, this is important.
Yeah.
Do you know where they stay? Like where they are?
Yeah, they took over the thistle top. They incorporated some goblin tribe with them too. So they're doing that. But yeah, they took over the thistle top, using it as their home base and stuff like that through adventuring. So
have you seen them since last night?
Nope. They don't come into town too often, but only to make some havoc and stuff like that.
Did you happen to hear anything they were talking about?
No, can't say I have.
Do you think anybody would have? Other patrons that were sitting near them? Your
Probably.
bandmates,
They kind of keep to themselves, and people will give them a wide berth because they've been such a pain in the butt lately.
And I would kind of like look over at Glastoc and Aviro and like shrug.
Aviro, the name, you haven't been able to investigate the name yet. Is born Or Vorin.
Vornin.
Vornin.
Yeah.
Sebastian, do you know a Vornin?
He stops for a second.
Oh.
Brew a mouthful of scone or whatever the.
Where
Baked goods
did you
are.
hear that name?
Rocky told me.
Lord Vornin is a slave lord of the Blue M's. He
Bryn's
was
stomach drops.
he at one time based out of Thistletop, but was defeated. Why do
Recently?
you ask? No,
Yeah.
years ago.
Years ago. Ancient?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years
Right.
ago.
Well, we're pretty sure who's got our friend.
He's got Pepper.
That's what we think.
We don't know.
We don't know it, but it's the current running theory.
And he gives you the description of a large tiefling male burning with the right hand of a large, mystical, magical, fiery scimitar. Eyes burning red with energy. Incorporated of a warlock, more or less. And he is commanding a slave lord and a lieutenant in the Blue M's. He is bad news.
Bryn is instantly like thinking about every worst case scenario there is, and she's kind of like frozen.
Are you saying that Bornin is around?
Working theory seems to suggest so. I have it on fairly good authority,
Where would you
although
say he is then?
that's what we're trying to determine.
That's not
Have
good. Yes.
I want to detect in Sebastian,
Mhm.
like, is his tone like threatening? Is he going to go to the law with this? Like,
No,
what is he?
he's kind of like
Is he just scared?
shit. Yeah, he's like
Okay.
shit. If
Okay.
he's back, then there's some serious shit going on around town that he's not aware of and stuff going on.
Sebastian, listen to me. You have to keep this to yourself.
Yeah.
If it gets out that we know he's here or that we're looking for him or anything at all, he could abscond to God's know where, and then we could lose Pepper for good forever. You need to keep this to yourself.
The
Please.
only place I have ever known that the Lord is he has a temple in the second level of Thistletop. That was his base.
Is there a statue of him there?
No, he sits on a throne in a
But is it
throne
a
room.
Is it a statue of him
No.
in a throne?
My
No.
understanding is there was a big fight from some adventurers that went in there to clear them out, and they found it was a base for the Blue M's. And that's what eventually the wrecking crew came back and started basically, and then they went and claimed that Thistletop for themselves and was just, got a goblin. They took over some goblins and using some goblins as their minions, a goblin tribe.
You think the goblins are still there?
Oh yeah, they use the goblins all the time. They're training them for their own private army.
Why do they need an army?
Who knows? The wrecking crew have gotten soured. But the wrecking crew live in the Thistletop. They're at Thistletop.
He leans into Brynn and says, "It really is a tragic tale of celebrity to destitution. They were so popular.
Blue
My
M's,
sister
if I
was
don't shed a
really
tear.
interested in the barbarian."
if the Blue M's took back their base of operations and in using the wrecking crew, it would explain some things.
Like what?
Well,
just the attitude didn't change in them.
They've been acting a little more brazen than usual.
Definitely. You're going to Thistletop. You need to go get a map. There's some maps over at one of and he names a name of
the map store.
Not necessarily the map store, but
the map store.
Moogle Gaps.
It's called Queen's House. It's number 8 on the map. He is a calligrapher. He is a cartographer and has a library in his home that people go to and do things at. Sit and chat, read books, things like that.
I greatly enjoy books.
And Aviro, you've heard of this place and you've been meaning to go there eventually to, to do, but you've heard about this place of like, you should go there, sit and read and stuff like that.
That's exactly what we should do.
And just as you are finishing up and coming up with an idea, you hear 2 sets of footprints start coming down. Very low, one very, very heavy. As you turn over, you see Talico and Goblin standing there with a smile. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yes, let's go.
And all you hear is someone needs reinforcements.
That's badass. That's so
nice.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. Oh my God, we're on the trail.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you very much. We are having an awesome time. And yes, we are taking a break because some of us are going to be out of town for different conventions. So our next gaming session will not be until the first Wednesday of April, which will be April 3rd. And we will be returning with 2 of our special guests. Talico and Goblin will be returning, which is Joshua and Robo Goblin will be returning to the Emporium for a short run guest appearance. So we are happy to look forward to having them here. So thank you so much. Let's go around. Where can we find what's going on? And we're going to start with you, Carrie.
Oh my gosh, I am Carrie. This was a blast and a half, as always. You can find me on social media. On Twitter, I am at Carrie Schultens. Everywhere over there. You can find me on Monday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, where we play Scribes and Scrolls. That is a 2E campaign as well. You can find me on Thursday nights on Mini Terrain Domain, where we play Kids on Bikes, and it is really heating up over there. On Wednesday nights, obviously, I am here. And then on select Thursday nights, I play on another channel called Dice Tales Live. Sometimes they even air at the same time as Kids on Bikes. I'm in more than one place, baby. I'm like the wind. Thank you guys so much. This was awesome.
Thank you, Carrie. Glad you're here. Jeff, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. This has been tons and tons of fun. As always, I love playing with all of you. I love this game so much. I got nothing. I'm nowhere. So I'm just going to say, go watch what Carrie and Jim do.
And good luck with school.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes. Jim, what's going to be happening in your world and where can they see you?
Oh God, what isn't happening in my world? So obviously, like Carrie said here, on the Wednesday nights, the next 2 weekends, I'll be at the Florida Renaissance Festival running the Talon and Claw booth. And then the 3rd weekend in March, while some people are going to be off at GaryCon, I will actually be at PAX East running a booth there. So, and then after that, I will be back in Southern California running the booth at the Southern California Run Festival for 8 weeks. So
busy.
Busy. Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you, Jim. And yes, thank you everyone for joining us. I'm Jay, also known as Neofet3 in the socials. I will be in Toronto the 14th through the 19th at Breakout Con. I am a industry guest, I should say. I'm going to be running some Star Wars games there. So if you happen to be there, check me out and check the games out. Also, I'll be at GaryCon running games, Star Wars, some Hunter games, and doing a whole bunch of other stuff there. So please be say hi. And I am looking forward to, and we've confirmed, like I said, Robo Goblin and Joshua will be joining Penguin will be joining us April 3rd on our next game. So that when they figure out that they need a little bit more oomph if they're gonna go fight some baddies and some wrecking crew and a lord. So a little bit more punch needs to be. So they're coming in. And we're very excited that they can join us again.
Yeah.
Please join us. Thank you to our affiliates, Talon and Claw and Smuggler's Coffee, and all the wonderful people there, and all the stuff. Don't forget Dragon Daddy for code for Talon and Claw. And then, like I said, we are. Real quick, first Saturday of the month, we have our now Shadowport Adventures. Mercenary Tales is back. We had our first episode last Saturday, so the first Saturday next month we will run. And then on select Sundays, we are running Shadowport Adventures, Luck of the Draw. Some of those are pre-recorded, but new episodes are now on. And then a few days after that, they're all going to be on our YouTube channel, which you can check out. And you can always see them if you miss them live. So again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We look forward, and take care. And we're going to leave with our wonderful and absolutely our tradition. Please be kind, don't be a jerk, and have a great night.
Bye.
See ya.
Yay, bye.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.